I'm Zach. Hunting, fishing, outdoor adventure, and exploration, they run in my blood. I am deeply driven. Alright, the fourth season Turkey Quest continues. This week and weekend, we had a trip planned for Northeast Iowa, which you might have heard me talk about on HF&O podcast. Haven't heard of HF&O podcast? Links down in the description. Super excited about that. We were going to do trout fishing. We were going to do turkey hunting, hiking, exploring, whole 9 yards up in Northeast Iowa. It's supposed to be a really cool area. Never been there. Anyway, that trip got canceled because the campgrounds are closed due to COVID-19. So we this week, today's Thursday morning, this weekend, we've improvised. Calvin has come down from eastern Iowa, and we're just gonna hunt closer to home. He's kind of staying with Nicole and I for the extended weekend. We went out last night and roosted a bird, and this morning we're gonna go try and hunt that bird. Okay, Calvin and I are set in here. I'm using my blind, my new one. I'll show you when that's light out. The turkey we roosted is in these trees over here someplace. If he's still there, hopefully so. Hopefully he flies down. The turkey we roosted last night was somewhere in this row of cottonwoods to our left. But he did not gobble at all this morning, so he must have moved overnight. I feel like we came in real quiet. Didn't hear him fly down or freak out. We kind of drove down. I don't know, we didn't drive real close. Probably still walked a good half mile. At least. I don't know that the truck would have disturbed him. It's possible, but I don't know. He might have just moved to roost overnight. There's a lot of gobbling to the west, and there's been some gobbling to the north. There's a little bit of gobbling to the east, but not right around us. So there's quite a few turkey tracks in this marshy area, it would appear, going to and from. So it looked like a promising spot, but like I said, we roosted that gobbler somewhere in these trees last night, and he moved overnight. Came across this snake. Calvin was going to try and stomp on him, apparently.
Wow.
Oh,
walked
aggressive.
up on it.
If that's a garter snake, it's enormous. I'm not sure that it is, but I'm no, what do they call it, a herpetologist? That thing just ate something enormous, too. Look at its belly. That thing's so fat.
That's why he wasn't really moving.
He's got that Thanksgiving dinner. Now that I actually have like an idea of how to turkey hunt, unlike any other year prior, we're kind of hunting this year for next year, years to come. Like, finding the spots. Okay, where do they roost? Where do they transition? Where do they like to strut? You know, we found a couple of roost trees. We found a strut zone. This area that we've been emphasizing, this really large area, they definitely roost, but I don't know where they go after roost from here. I have no idea. I don't know where the turkeys that are here are going to strut. We're not really kicking up a lot of hens here. We've seen them kind of. I saw some transitioning through last week. You know, just kind of feeding through an area early in the morning. So it's more of an early morning spot at this point. But we're really trying to find out where they go. You know, like what their daily progression is. You know, what they're using here. So kind of hunting it for next year. It's day whatever of turkey season. I'm tired. We're going out to a place we call nicknamed Repo Hill. We know there's birds in there, close quarters. I haven't been up there in the morning to try and get them off the roost yet and set in. So that's what we're doing this morning. Kind of high winds today. It's a little bit colder. We'll see what they're going to do. Well, we've sat in here. It's about 8 o'clock. It's the least gobbling that I've heard all year. This morning was plenty colder. It was about 40 degrees. It's the coldest morning that I've hunted. I only hunted third and fourth season of turkey. Coldest morning that I've hunted. So colder than yesterday for sure. And windy. Not great conditions for turkey hunting, namely for the wind. But I heard one gobble in the distance way earlier. This is an area we call Repo Hill, and it's been pretty good, and it's kind of in the turkey's bubble. I just discovered it this year. It'll be a spot I'll pinpoint for future years for sure. We kind of want to go look around. Like I said, I'm trying to adapt a more aggressive turkey hunting style. Not seeing anything here today, not hearing anything here today. I might go and take a look around because we've heard in kind of the bottom, which I've not been into, gobbles before. So I might go and walk through there, call a little bit, see what we can hear or see. Just check it out, see why gobbles sometimes come from there. Calvin and I went for a scout. We found a lot more to this place than we thought there was, including another open area where a gobbler may use to strut potentially. So that's good. Always learning new stuff, even though I haven't shot anything. So we were packing up. This place breaks my heart. We were packing up. We walked through the whole place, mind you. 1.7 miles according to Onyx.
Oh.
And walked through right here. Walked around to our blind, and then right here, right at this like dead tree that's fallen. Calvin and I are over there, we're talking, we're picking up, we're getting our stuff packed up. Tom turkey busts out right at this dead tree and flies right over, way over here somewhere. Well, I got tired of always having to leave hunting when hungry to go to the gas station, spend $10 on the same old nasty gas station food. So I broke down and bought one of these little Weber Go Anywhere camp grills. I was kind of opposed to camp grills before because we always took away the fire when we're camping. But this thing is going to save me time and money, being out in the field longer. And we're going to eat a little bit better food. We got some Johnsonville brats that Calvin just popped on the grill. This wound up being better than going to the gas station, that is for sure. And keeps us out in the field. We're out here trying to roost some birds. And Calvin and Andy and myself are out here. So, nothing gobbling yet, but I'm trying to get a response here. Woo, 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 woo! This morning it is myself and Calvin, and Nicole is joining us for her first ever hunt of any kind. How's the early morning treating you there?
I'm fine now, but in 5 hours I'm gonna be way less fine.
We walked in here, different spot, and there's a fired up gobbler on the roost just in front of us, like 75 yards. I got Calvin and Nicole sitting up in the blind. I'm gonna try and get them a turkey. I thought all the gobbling action was done for the year. We come in this morning, we probably heard 8 different gobblers hammering up and down this river valley here, this bottom. This is a spot we call the Green Mile. This is a long walk in. But Jake was right, we were right under his roost tree this morning, incidentally. I haven't hunted this spot this year. We walk in and he's right under his roost tree. So we went and got set up, got decoys out here. I got a hen and a Jake. And I decided to stand behind this tree here and call and just try to get some footage. And I think if I'd been sitting in this turkey chair, I would have been able to maybe hit him out here, but then if I would have been sitting here, he would have like seen me or something, but that was cool. That's probably the best action we've had so far this season. That Jake is out in the field. Don't know how else to get on him. Probably gonna try the turkey fan. He's either gonna bump that turkey and get him off our minds, or he's gonna shoot it. This is the quick solution. You didn't see him?
Nope. I think he went on private land.
Yeah. It was worth a crack. The thing is, that turkey was gonna hang out down there all day, torment us, and kind of pin us here. So it just sort of forced the issue using that turkey fan. It's like he's either going to come and try and attack it, or he's going to run off.
Yep.
Now that he's run off, we can move on to other things. Alright, well, it is the second to last Sunday of 4th season turkey, and I'm out here with, so it's me and Nicole in this blind. Andy and Calvin are about 40 yards down. Had a lot of people hunting today, and I wasn't really sure what to do. We heard a lot of gobbles here yesterday, but it's very windy and cloudy today, and we only heard one gobble. Not 100% sure where turkeys are going to be in the wind, but I'm going to guess someplace protected, but where they can still see. Calvin and I took a walk through the woods, see if we could strike a gobbler up. I'm guessing they're in the lower lying areas just because of being so windy, but nothing. I did find pheasant back. Remember what pheasant backs were the other day? Yeah, I should have learned before, but I didn't. So I found a good specimen. What I've learned is that if they're bigger than your hand, they're not very good, but that one's, my hand's bigger than this for sure. And if you leave the stem, they'll grow back. So I don't know if I'm necessarily cutting this out the right way, but I'm going to leave that stem. And just cut the mushroom off there. Let's see if that, there we go. Yeah. Here we go. And pheasant back. See if these are any good. We haven't eaten them yet.